Oh, it's an honor. I'm very happy because I love this festival. It's not my first time here. I came with Isaki La Cuesta, I came with Ricarel. So to be here, plus with this movie, I don't know, it's exciting.
Yeah, very warm atmosphere, warm welcome. It's my first time, so I'm excited to be here, especially with this film. Yeah, it's a beautiful town, beautiful setting, gathering of cinephiles from all around the world.
Oh, it's lots of feeling, and I haven't shown the film to anyone before, so I cannot picture the reactions. You know, I was trying to feel something out of the journalists when they get inside the room. I mean, I am so blessed because I was in the jury years ago, and I enjoyed the experience so much. But I would have never imagined coming back and opening the festival with my own movie. So, as I have I respect the festival as a part of the jury. So it means the world to come back with the movie.
I hope they want to explore sex differently. I'm not saying all of us exploring the same way, but to question how, you know, how they deal with sex in the intimacy with the partners. Like, do we really get pleasure? Do you really get pleasure? Do I really get pleasure? And how we can explore things together, maybe in a different way. I don't know.
I think there's also Audrey has created a kind of hypnotic atmosphere within the film. So I wonder if there will be a feeling of kind of coming out of the dream as you leave the cinema.
I think it's going to be fascinating because it can only provoke mixed and very different feelings, but high feelings, because I ask people to involve and I convene their intimacy. So everyone by nature has a different point of view on eroticism, on sexuality, and naked body doesn't provoke the same reaction on different kind of people. So what I expect is to open this place for debate, you know, that it makes cinema be alive, and that the people will get out of the screening rooms arguing and chatting, and that's the kind of cinema I like, and it's so alive.
Well, it doesn't have to do nothing with the film, more with the book. But I think what is interesting is after Me Too, we had as women more space to express ourselves and explore things. So it's a new exploration of Emmanuelle in the way that Emmanuelle is in this movie is not only a name and an icon, sexual icon. It's the trip of a woman who really connects with her body and her name. Like, she know at the end of the movie who is Emmanuelle, you know. And maybe I think we didn't know who is really Emmanuelle, so I would say that.
The point of view is so clear, I think, in this film. It's absolutely carried by your perspective. And I mean, I haven't seen the original film, I'm obviously aware of it, nor have I read the book, but I feel like this is completely, you know, Audrey's interpretation of the material and is a new film to be judged on its own terms, I think.
What is very difficult is to picture female pleasure, because it's something you cannot see. You can see the expression of it, but you have to give people the feeling of what's happening in a body. And it's something that I love to work on sensations, even to work with the composers. I always work with the same composers, Gail Perrin's brother, and for my previous movie, I asked them, can you design contractions with music? Because we were portraying abortion. And this time I said, guys, I have something else for you. Can you do music that makes us feel that the body is awakened, but like centimeter after centimeter, and they're like where are you going to ask us for the next movie? You know? And yeah, it's a very collaborative work to be done, but we all try to build that sensation. And the other thing that is difficult, and this is more for Noémie, is that we pretend to show orgasm like the real one, the one we want to see on screen, which we haven't for ages. But she's acting. So we have to find the right balance in between acting and truth, trusting our own experience. That was hard.
Very, very interesting and very nice and very soft, actually. To share about sensuality with her was very interesting. Very, very much, yeah.
Yeah, she's very precise, I think. Real, like, eye and instinct for detail, like down to, you know, the physicality of the characters, how they interact with each other, the pattern and the rhythm of the language. The film, I think, is sort of set in its own world, and even the language feels like it's kind of its own kind of vernacular, I guess. And so the rehearsal process felt like really, it's always important, but especially with this film, it felt like it was a really key part of the project.
Yeah, because most of the time we work on the dialogues and how we say the lines, but with Audrey there was a huge work on how the body talks, because it's a movie about bodies, about how to show the nudity of a woman also, because the nudity is not a problem, it's the gaze we put on it. So yeah, it was very interesting, this angle.
It was perfect. I mean, it was perfect in a way that she's a filmmaker. She worked a lot on the matter of the body through many movies like Portrait of a Lady on Fire, and also as a filmmaker, she's just did The Balconette. So she knows the topic. She comes with very strong ideas. Those strong ideas gives her a lot of freedom, and I give her back the power. Like, she is free on the set because I want her to be, and she knows that I will follow her intuition. So she, quite sometimes she improvises because she feels something, she gets something about the characters and she wants to show me, so I'm following her. And sometimes I discover something about Emmanuelle that I didn't know before she's doing it. So that was great.